What's going on, everybody? Labor Day, right? Today, I make the big bucks today. I'm going to work today. But not only do I get paid the time and a half, I also get an additional like holiday pay day. So it's like for today, it's like what is that like double time and a half, like double half or like double time and a half. There you go. But anyway, let's talk a little bit. Turkey Alalshikh. All right. You know, some of you dudes out there, I don't even know what to say to you guys, man. Like I just don't know. I don't it's whatever to me, but okay. I don't know. But we're gonna go over a couple of things because I think some people are confused. All right. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube chat. Andre Rodriguez, Anthony Sanchez, Real Talk, Jesus Sam. I got more people in the chat than you than StreamYard is saying or watching. Like, how are more people commenting than watching? I don't know, but it is what it is. And maybe it takes a moment for it to count. It shouldn't be that long, and I'm gonna try to just make the point here. Not long ago, Turki Alalshikh got angry, right? In fact, let me just pull up the tweets real quick. Let me just do that. So I should have probably had it ready, but all right. All right. Come on now. I think Turkey deleted his tweet. Well, if he did, he did. I mean, it's whatever, but he did delete it. But I'll kind of share this anyway. Um, it is what it is. He deleted it. That said, it's a joke. The Saudi cards do drag. You ain't got shit on me because I don't depend on boxing to pay bills. So just live with it. Here's the issue, guys. Okay, and I had done some other response. Turkey's trying to bully journalists because of jokes. Maybe some of you find it funny. I don't find it tripping on free speech funny. And if you're egging it on because you think you're gonna get some of that Saudi money or something, you're nothing but a sellout. That's literally what you are. There was some pushback here from some people, or there's some questions. So I'll read this, or I'll leave it up there for you guys to kind of see. But um, I just need to make sure people understand this. This is the point of this whole thing, right? Turki Al-Sheikh needs to understand that there's going to be criticisms of his cards, right? I've been seeing the over the board praising of Turki Al-Sheikh, the things people are going out of their way to say. They're putting him in Hall of Fames. They're holding his hand. They're like, I mean, this is absolutely insane, bro. Right? De La Hoya even recently he bent the knee. I get it. De La Hoya needs the money. He needs the support. He needs that bag from Turki Al-Sheikh to help him make some cards. It helps his business. I don't blame the guy, but again, he's kissing ass. Like it is what it is. Like I'm not saying he doesn't have, he could do it if he wants. It's just the truth. All right. Um, since he deleted the tweet, I can't really show it. Okay. So I'm going to tell you guys what happened. Ray Donovan, who's a longtime scribe, right? He's currently with the Ring. He used to be with Boxing Scene. I don't know the guy. I don't. I've never even spoken to Ray Donovan, by the way. Is it Ray? Hold on. You see, this is proof that I've never spoken to the guy. Jake Donovan. Ray Donovan is a dude from the Showtime show. Jake Donovan. My bad. Jake Donovan. I never spoken to the guy. I've never had a conversation with him. I'm not friends with him. I don't have his phone number. I've never met the guy in person. None of that. I just know of him because of his writing. That's all I know. Right? We follow each other on Twitter, but I've been on Twitter for years, and so has he. So it's at some point we crossed paths and followed each other. That's about it. Right? And if you don't believe me, go down my timeline, search tweets of me and him to each other. You're not going to really find it. So my point is this. He tweeted a joke, right? And the joke was, because it was the Floyd Mayweather card was taking like a long time. It was dragging. I didn't watch it, right? I didn't watch the card, right? But he tweets out something along the lines, and I'm paraphrasing. I don't have the tweet in front of me. If anybody at the Wrench has it, you can post the links. I can pull it up, but I don't have the tweet because they both deleted it. So Jake Donovan, not Ray Donovan, Jake Donovan tweets out, "Hey, this card is dragging forever. It's giving Turkey's cards a run for their money." And Turkey didn't like that tweet. Well, first of all, where's the lie? Like your cards do drag, dude. I mean, it is what it is. Like, the Saudi cards do take, even if they're great cards, sometimes they take like 8-9 hours to get over with. It's crazy. You know what I mean? So that is nuts, bro. So like, there's no lie. Like Jake Donovan didn't do anything wrong by tweeting. It was, first of all, it's a joke, bro. Now he ended up deleting it. Why he deleted it, I have no idea. But he ended up deleting it. Nothing wrong with what he tweeted. But he deleted it. Maybe, who knows? I don't even want to speculate. I don't know why he deleted it. Turkey started attacking the dude on social media, calling him a coward, calling him like he was calling him a coward, bro. Saying, "Oh, this is how you feel. It's just an opinion. Why did you delete it? It's okay to be a coward. Not everybody can have courage." And so he's attempting to intimidate a member of the media because they made a joke. It's a critique about how long your cards take to complete. Very aggressive behavior here from an individual who, quite frankly, has a lot of power right now in the sport of boxing. I understand everything a lot of you know. I know he's spending a lot of money in the sport. I know it's his government's money. It's not his money, but nonetheless, people say he's got deep pockets. It's his government's money, bro. Any one of you were giving a blank check by your government, you would put on great cards too. But nonetheless, I understand that's what the Saudis are doing. Turki Alalshikh has also blocked journalists who wrote things in critique of maybe some of his cards or him or the involvement with Saudi Arabia. I know what a lot of you are going to do. Oh, well, you should be appreciative. Be appreciative for what he's doing. Here's my thing, bro. I get that the guy has put on a lot of great cards, right? I get that. But it doesn't give him freedom from criticism. And it sure as hell doesn't mean that now we have no choice but to kiss his ass. You've entered into the business of boxing. You're more than welcome to. If you're not making money in the business about that's your problem. That doesn't mean you don't get to make up the lack of making money with getting your ass kissed. Maybe the Nevada Hall of Fame will induct you in Hall of Fames, whatever. I know these promoters are going to speak to you in a way that, have you heard these promoters talk to this guy? You know your boxing. Now, let me tell you, they go out of the way to tell him he knows his boxing, even though he has a lot of casual ideas and casual takes. And he's also been very passive aggressive with fighters just trying to do like their own thing at the moment. This is crazy, bro. Like, I mean, I don't. What don't people understand here? Look, I believe I live in the greatest country in the world. I think the United States of America is the greatest country in the world, but it doesn't make the government above. It doesn't mean I don't get to criticize. It doesn't mean I don't get to say, hey, I don't like what you're doing here. I don't like what you're doing there. Right? I still get to criticize the country. Shout out to Teach, Luis Puente, Puerto Rican Rum, Remy, Cervecito Music, all you guys. Hope everyone's doing good. Shout out to Max in the building. I believe he still goes by Mighty Max on Twitter or X. Hope all's well. I called Pacheco 6th round. He did call Pacheco 6th round on the round table. Yes, he did. Gotta go back and check that out, actually. You know what I mean? Gotta go back and check that out. Here's my thing. I'm not coming from this from these styles over here defending a friend. Jake Donovan isn't my friend. He's not even an acquaintance. He's not somebody I talk to. He's just another dude on the internet. He's just a boxing scribe for me. I'm not coming from that place. I'm not coming from a place of any of that. When it comes to free speech, I have principles. I'll defend an enemy. I'll defend an enemy's right to have the freedom of speech. That's how much I believe in freedom of speech. I wouldn't say absolutist, but I'm pretty close to it. But I also understand what freedom of speech is, at least from the American construct, at least from from the American Constitution. I understand what it is, though. Most people don't understand what it is, right? Unfortunately, even Americans don't really understand what it is. The whole idea of free speech is not, I can say what I want when I want without consequences. And nobody could question what I want because I have a freedom to say it. I could say what I want, when I want, how I want it. You don't have a right to tell me or critique it or nothing because I have my freedom to speak. You say what you want, I say what I want. Everybody says what they want. That's it. That's not necessarily what freedom of speech is, right? We know the usual ones. You can't go to a theater, yell, fire, right, or on an airplane. You can't do that. You don't have a freedom to just do that. You don't have a freedom to threaten somebody with violence, even though you're just using words at the moment. You don't have a freedom to do that, right? There's just certain things you don't have a freedom to do. You can't go to the park, okay? Just walk up to people and tell them and cuss them out, or just walk up to everybody and cuss them out. Like at that point, that's harassment. All right, you're disturbing their peace, bro. So when I see people online, I have a freedom to say whatever I want, and then they start saying all this crazy shit, like it's like a Times Square. Well, you don't get to go to the Times Square and say a lot of the shit y'all say. And I'm just saying, all right. You don't get to threaten to kill somebody. There's just there is limitations to what you can or cannot say, but that's not what freedom of speech is. The whole idea, right? The whole idea, and I'm talking about the First Amendment, all right? That's what I'm talking about. The whole idea of freedom of speech, The whole idea behind it, when you look at all of it, means like the core of it, right? Which of course, um, it there's no religious part of it. Obviously, the separation of church and state. So like it will make no law, respecting an establishment of religion, right? So when you hear idiots say, "Oh, this is a Christian country, we need to go by the Bible," like that goes against the First Amendment. And the reason it goes first against the amendment, it doesn't mean that you have a freedom to be a Christian and go to church and practice Christianity. You could do everything you want. What you don't have a freedom to do is the government cannot establish a law, right? That establishes it as the official religion. They cannot force others to practice that religion, right? There's also freedom of the press, which is why in this country, I'll come back to the press in a little bit, right? But it gives you freedom of speech just to the individual. And this goes to the press as well, right? The whole idea, the whole idea of freedom of speech, again, I need to repeat to people. It doesn't mean like if YouTube has guidelines. I've been on YouTube for years, bro, and I've never had my channel, like at least this channel. I've never had it taken down. And anytime I've broken a policy, it was usually due to some music, and they haven't taken that video down either. It just means that the rights to the music, any ads I make, any money, it goes to the maker of that music. That's all it means, right? I'm going to say something very unpopular because people don't like hearing this, and because whatever. But YouTube doesn't really censor people. Like they really don't. Like if you don't break their policies, you'll be fine. YouTube is a private company. They have rules. If you break the rules, they can remove you from the, if you want to call it the premises, just like anywhere else. Okay? Well, it's a free country. I can do what I want, say what I want. Now go to Walmart, right? Just go to Walmart and start telling people, like start yelling the things that Alex Jones says on his shows and see what happens to you. Right? And you could scream freedom of speech, but Walmart has a right to remove you from the premises if they want. It's not government property. What freedom of speech means, in essence, means that it's to protect you from the government punishing you, right? From criticizing the United States government. That's really what the First Amendment's about. That's really what freedom of speech is about, at least in the United States, right? YouTube taking your content down, right, is not breaking the First Amendment. They're a private company. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do, right? Um, the government arresting you or punishing you for doing so is breaking the First Amendment, all right? If the government pressures the social media company, can you say that is um, to censor information that goes against that current administration? That is definitely flirting with the line of breaking the First Amendment. It is. However, since it comes down to the decision of the like of the social media company, it really doesn't, unfortunately, right? The government would have to severely punish the social media company. Now they do some type of sanction on it, and that is a form of it, right? But they would have to do something in order to break the First Amendment, right? That's when it's interfering with freedom of speech in this country, which is why people could, it's funny. People say, "Oh, they're taking away my freedom of speech," and they're making fun of Biden and they're making memes about him, and like none of them get arrested, none of them go to jail, none of them get punished for it because you have a right to do that, right? You could do that. You have a right to do it, right? Now, you can't say, I'm going to kill Joe Biden. Yeah, you're going to get a visit from the Secret Service, bro. Right? Because that's not a freedom of speech thing. That's a threat. Right? But critique of the government, you cannot get punished for that. So what's my point? What's the point of the First Amendment? The point of the First Amendment is to protect the press and the people, right? The people that are not in power, right? Theoretically, from the powerful government. It's to protect those not in power from powerful entities, right? It protects the little guy from the big powerful guy. It protects the voiceless from the powerful. It protects those that have a that you got to look at the power dynamic. Not somebody tell me, because I critiqued Turki Alalshikh for what he said, right? And I'll go ahead and share it since I think it's easier to just share it, right? So hang on. I said, Turkey, trying to bully journalists because of jokes. Maybe some of you find it funny. I don't find a dude tripping on free speech funny. And if you're egging it on because you think you're going to get some of that Saudi money or something, you're nothing but a sellout. And I do know, like I'm not going to say any names, but I do know people that have been trying to get in Turkish good graces, and because they think, oh, yeah, who knows, man, he might hook it up with a job with this with his Riyadh season, and he could be $100,000 nothing to him, but if he could hook us up with that, and so there are guys trying to angle themselves. It just is what it is. But if you're giving up your integrity and you're giving up your principles for that, then that does make you a sellout. It's just what it is. I won't give you a hard time about it. I know Bill's got to get paid, but it's just what it is. Hang on. So you're advocating for free speech, but you don't like it when Turkey has free speech. So why did I say everything I just said right now before all this? Explaining what freedom of speech really means in this country and why it's in the Constitution. Right? That's to PJ Bennett. Nothing against the guy. I'm just restating what I said here, but I responded with the following: free speech, at least constitutionally in the United States of America, is about freedom of the press, among other things. And the concept about the government not being able to punish people, including the press, for opinions and criticisms. A free press and a free society is necessary for free speech to work. A free press is something Turkey doesn't understand because he's from a country that doesn't have it. No one is censoring Turkey. I have a right to criticize Turkey if I want as a free man. And unfortunately for him, he can do nothing about it because I have that right. That was a double negative. It can't do anything about it, but it is what it is. So I think Turkey is a slimy little dickhead who's doing more damage than good. However, that didn't address my question. Freedom of speech should be for everyone, mate. Journalists should be free to speak to on however they like, and those individuals should be able to reply however they like. I'm not saying Turkey can't say what he wants. I'm simply calling him out, calling him on being a dick on his dickhead move and attempt at intimidation. I completely agree with what you're saying, mate. I just think you could have worded it better as when you suggested he's bullying by having an opinion. It comes across as though you're against his opinion, or perhaps give an example of how bullying illustrate your point. Like, here's my thing. Freedom of speech doesn't mean I can't be against what you're saying. I don't know why, like, here's my thing. That's not what freedom of speech doesn't mean. Well, I can say what I want, and Remy doesn't have a right to disagree with it. Well, like I do shows all the time, and even my own subscribers disagree with me from time to time, and I'll say more often than most content creators on here. I'll be honest with you, right? And because I believe in freedom of speech, not just from a constitutional point of view, but I mean it from like a Magna Carta point of view, like from a philosophical sense. I believe in it, right? But like when someone disagrees with me in my chat, they're not censoring me. If Remy says, "Oh, like I don't know this, I don't know about that," I don't agree with what you're saying right there at all. You're wrong because this, and that, and you're wrong because of that. And let me tell you this: he's not censoring, he's disagreeing with. He's exercising his freedom of speech to critique what I'm saying, to criticize what I'm doing. If I cuss out an old lady, and one of my friends tells me, "Hey, DStyle, what are you doing, bro? You can't be doing that. You cussed out the poor old lady. What's the matter with you?" I can't be, oh, no, you're taking away my freedom of speech. No, I'm criticizing what you're doing. Look, that's what I'm doing. Critique of what someone's doing. I'm not taking away Turki Alalshikh's ability to say what he wants. I'm not in a position of power to intimidate Turki Alalshikh. I'm not in a position of power that could influence anything Turki Alalshikh does. Turki Alalshikh doesn't need protections from critique. You got to look at the power dynamic here. He has a right to say what he wants, but I have a right to criticize it. Now, anyone who says oh, come on, oh, what do you mean he's using intimidation tactics? He's in a position of power in the sport. He's got every promoter right here. Turki Alalshikh has every promoter on the palm of his hand. If a reporter writes something that they don't like, whatever it is, or a critique, or just do a joke, and he goes after them, right? And he attacks them because he doesn't like what they're saying. When he tries to censor the press, what do you want? You want a PR team? You just want dudes that you want everyone to just kiss your ass all the time? So can he theoretically do it? Yes, of course. But I could criticize him too. All right? And the reality is this, guys. We, unfortunately, we're in a state of the sport of boxing has done so much damage to itself and put itself in a position where it kind of needs you to step in and help. That I understand a lot of people are like, well, let him do what he wants because look at what he's doing. You know what I mean? But me personally, I'm going to tell you right now, like I don't feel like I need to kiss the dude's ass. Like I can be thankful for what he's doing in terms of like putting on some great cards and stuff like that, but at the same time, still offer critiques of the guy, right? Like I don't owe him like unlimited like loyalty or something. At the end of the day, that isn't like my thing. You know what I mean? So all I know is this: for those on this Labor Day, if you wonder what freedom of speech is all about, right? Shout out to 92 KU. That is your freedom of speech, of course, 100%. Freedom of speech is about you being able to say what you want about your government, right? It's the one thing, like the First Amendment is the one thing that gives you the ability to criticize your government and you not get locked up for it. You not get punished for it. That's what it is. All right. So there are countries where if people make jokes about their leader, they get killed. There are countries where you speak negatively about the government, you get locked up. Like those things exist around the world, right? And the one good thing about this country is that it is in the Constitution, right? It is something we have. Like it is, like and it's a very real thing. And Turki Alalshikh, I don't think understands how the First Amendment works. I don't think he gets it. Um, he does come from a country where a journalist was assassinated. That's just the truth, right? Um, I'm pretty sure people cannot walk around Saudi Arabia and criticize the crown prince. I'm pretty certain of that. So on this holiday, I want you to think about that. For all the criticisms you could have about this country, and there's a lot of them. I have my own, right? The one thing you have, like I'll never forget it, by the way. I'll never forget there was a dude on here, criticizing the United States government. He's on YouTube saying this. Yeah, I'm not allowed to say what I want in this country. They censor me. They're like, I think you're fine. You're on YouTube saying it. Like, you know what I mean? You're criticizing Joe Biden. The Secret Service is not going to come to your front door unless you threaten to kill the dude. All right. When Trump was the president, yeah, plenty of people make fun of him on here. Night shows make fun of him. People criticize him left and right, and none of those people went to jail. And it's going to stay that way. Like, it's the way it is. And you want to talk about what's American? You want to come do business in America, you're going to have to deal with some criticisms, bro. Canelo is an American, right? Like, or let me rephrase that, because there's going to be people that get triggered. They're going to be like, "America's a continent." And like, just stop. Okay, he's from Mexico. He's not from the United States. All right, and but culturally, business-wise, he's American, right? Like he does business in America, right? So like Canelo does business the American way, right? It's a very capitalist. Like Canelo's business is very pro-capitalist. Like you know what I mean? He's maximizing his profit. He has full control of what he does. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, it's American as it gets, right? He gets 80. He's negotiated. He got 80% of the soft drinks and the snacks and all that good stuff. Whatever it is. So like, you're just gonna have to get used to it, bro. Like, you're just gonna have to get used to people telling you no. You have to get used to people telling you no, thank you. The dude's getting mad at Inoue because Inoue won't leave Japan. Like, who are you to tell Inoue to leave Japan, bro? Like, who is this dude, bro? And then he's mad because Inoue was put number one pound for pound. We need to have investigations. What the fuck are you going to investigate, motherfucker? What are you going to do? Huh? What you want? You want state-run media to run the fucking pound for pound list? Are you out of your mind? You know what I mean? And then Man, that took me hilarious, bro. What are you talking about? I was looking at that like, okay. In fairness, they didn't end your freedom of speech because you had a right to say it as much as you wanted, right? They had freedom of speech on this shit. They could have talked however they wanted to talk and say whatever they wanted. They got pushback. They got pushback. It is what it is, right? But where was I? Um, at the end of the day, he got mad at Team Zoo because they had other plans. I mean, I don't know, man. The guy's just getting mad at everybody who tells him no. And then he got mad at a reporter because he made a joke about the Mayweather card dragging on. I was giving the cards in Saudi a run for their money for dragging on. I don't know, man. Even the greatest, most successful businesses in the world listen to the customers, you know what I mean, and they try to adjust things to make things more customer friendly, and it helps their business. So maybe listen to that critique. It's a good critique. Like, your cards take too damn long, dude. 8 hours is too long, right? Like 3 hours. Come on, give us a good boxing card for a good 3 hours, and let's call it a day. Can you do that? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I think it would help Realism. But nonetheless, that's all I got. Um, I'm gonna call it. That's it, guys. Enjoy your Labor Day. I gotta go get ready, all that good stuff. I'm gonna do a good amount of hours today, get my double time and a half, all that good stuff. This is DStyleBoxing. Keep it boxing. I'm out.